My name is Walter Hayes. I am 78 years old. And this is my home. I worked my whole life, showed up every day, did what I was supposed to do. I really believed that one day I'd be able to rest. But somewhere along the way, that didn't happen. Now I wake up every morning, not thinking about retirement, but thinking about how I'm going to make it through the day. Bills don't stop, prices keep going up, and time just keeps moving. I never thought I'd be here, but I am. And if I'm being honest with you, I know I'm not the only one. I used to wake up at 5:30 every morning. Didn't need an alarm. After a while, your body just knows. Coffee would be ready by 5:40. Same mug, chipped on the side. Had that thing longer than most people stay at jobs nowadays. I'd sit there for a minute, just staring out the window, quiet, before the world started asking things from me. By 6:15, I was out the door. Same route, same turns, same red light that always took too long. I did that every day for 32 years. Same company, same building, same badge clipped to my belt. I wasn't chasing dreams or nothing like that. I was just trying to build something steady, something that made sense. You know, back then, they told you, if you work hard, if you stay loyal, you'll be all right. So that's what I did. I showed up early, stayed late when they needed me, picked up shifts nobody wanted, missed birthdays, missed holidays, missed moments I can't get back. But I told myself, it's worth it, because one day it would all pay off. Then one morning, everything changed. It was a Tuesday, nothing special about it. Felt like every other day. Clocked in, said good morning to the guys, went to my station, and about 20 minutes in, they called my name. Walter, can you come to the office? Now, I'd been there long enough to know that's never a good sentence. I walked in, and right away, something felt off. No small talk, no smiles, just two people sitting there, and a folder on the table. I didn't even sit down right away. I just looked at them, and one of them said, "Go ahead, Walter, have a seat." That's when you feel it, right in your chest. They started talking, but I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't hear half of it. Restructuring, budget, company direction, all them words. That don't really mean nothing when you're the one sitting there. Then it came out. We're letting you go. Just like that. No warning, no build-up. 32 years, reduced to one sentence. I remember looking down at my hands, thinking, these are the same hands that built half this place, and it still didn't matter. I asked them, what am I supposed to do now? They didn't have an answer. They just kept saying, it's not personal. Not personal. Funny how losing everything is never personal to the people who ain't losing nothing. They slid some papers across the table, told me where to sign. I didn't argue, didn't fight it. What was the point? I packed my things into a small box, a couple photos, that old mug, some tools I bought with my own money, and then I walked out, Same doors I walked through for decades, but this time, nobody stopped me. Nobody said goodbye. It was like I was already gone. I sat in my car for a while, didn't turn the key, didn't move, just sat there, trying to understand what just happened. Because 1 minute, you got a routine, you got a purpose, you got somewhere to be, and the next, you got nothing but silence. Nobody talks about that part. They tell you to work hard, stay loyal, do the right thing, but they don't tell you what happens when it all disappears. I drove home later that day, slower than usual. Didn't really want to get there, because I knew the second I walked through that door, it would all feel real. And that's exactly what happened. I set the box down on the table, looked around. Same walls, same furniture, but everything felt different, like something was missing. Maybe it was me. That night, I didn't sleep much, just laid there, staring at the ceiling, asking myself one question. What happened? And I didn't know it yet, but that question was about to change everything. I kept thinking about that question. What happened? Not just that day, but everything leading up to it. Because you don't just wake up one morning and lose your life. You build it, piece by piece, and somehow you don't even notice it slipping away. Next morning, 5:30 came around again, same as always. But this time, there was nowhere to go. I still woke up though. Body didn't know any different. Sat there on the edge of the bed, just staring at the floor. No rush, no clock, no reason. That's when it hits you, harder than anything else. It ain't the job, it's the routine. That thing that made your days make sense. I walked to the kitchen anyway, made the coffee, same mug, same spot by the window, but it didn't feel the same. It felt quiet in a different way, like the world kept moving, and I didn't. I remember looking outside, seeing people driving by, heading somewhere, and I thought, that used to be me. After a while, you start asking yourself things, questions you avoided for years. Was it worth it? All that time, all those missed moments, all that loyalty. Was it worth it? And the truth is, I didn't have an answer. Not yet. Because when something like that happens, you don't just lose a job. You lose who you thought you were. And when that's gone, you're left with nothing but time and your own thoughts. That's the part nobody prepares you for. The silence, the stillness, the feeling that you don't know what comes next. But sitting there that morning, coffee getting cold in my hand, I started to realize something. Maybe this wasn't the end. Maybe this was the first time in a long time that I actually had to ask myself, what do I do now? And for the first time in 32 years, I didn't have an answer, but I had a choice.